Hello everyone, Tim from Killer here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about brewing a pour over at home. With everything going on with the coronavirus pandemic right now, if you're like us, you've probably been spending a little extra time cooped up at home. But that doesn't have to stop you from getting a great cup of coffee. So to start, there's a few basic tools that we're going to need. A coffee grinder, some means of dispensing hot water. We've got an electric kettle here. Your pour-over brewer of choice. Today we're going to be using a Hario V60, but this recipe will work with a Kalita Wave or most other home pour-over brewers as well. We've got a scale which we're going to need to weigh both our coffee and our water, and of course we need some great coffee. So first things first, we're going to grind our coffee. And while that's working, we're also going to go ahead and pre-wet our filter. This is going to stop the filter from contributing any kind of papery flavor to our coffee. The brew water we're using today is going to be set at 206 degrees, but somewhere around 205 degrees is going to be great. Do not forget to dump out your rinse water. Don't want to dilute the coffee beverage we're about to make. Okay, we want to get a nice even bed of coffee ready to go. Now we're going to tare our scale so that we're zeroed out. The first thing we're going to do is what's called a bloom. We're going to add just enough water to saturate all of our ground coffee, which is, with our dose size of 25 grams of coffee, it's going to be roughly 50 grams of water. And this is going to saturate the coffee, enabling it to be ready to extract when we proceed with brewing, and it's also going to allow some of the gases that build up in the coffee beans throughout the roasting process to escape, and otherwise those might kind of impede the water and the extraction of which we're trying to accomplish. So if you see your coffee grow quite a bit with the addition of this water, and you see the bubbles of gas coming out, that's the bloom that we're talking about. So we're going to start our timer, and we're going to we're not going to try to add too much agitation, but as quickly as we can, we're going to get this 50 grams of water on the coffee. We're going to let that sit for about 30 seconds, and after that, we're going to add 70 grams of water every 30 seconds subsequently. So with this first pulse right here at 30 seconds, we're going to go up to 120 grams of water. And we want to just have a nice steady stream of water coming out of the kettle here. That's why gooseneck is really beneficial. And we want our pulse to take about 10 seconds to pour. And when we pour, we're going to start just outside of the middle. We're going to go just to the edge. We're going to kind of go in concentric circles in and out, kind of avoiding the direct edge as well as the middle. If you look at the structure of this particular pour-over brewer, there's a large hole in the bottom. We don't want to send the water going straight through there without accomplishing much. And as well, there's some ridges on the inside of this filter or this brewer design. And if we pour too close to the edge, the water is just going to slip right through there, and again, just not really do much for our brew process. Like I said, this recipe will really work for most pour-over brewers. The grind will definitely be something that's a little bit different. So if you're transitioning at home between something like a V60, something like a Kalita Wave, you will notice that you're going to have to adjust your grind. And the way that we're determining our grind size here is we are really kind of shooting for a brew time that is in between 3.5 and 4 minutes. So if our brew time ends up faster than that, we need to make our grind a little finer. If our brew time extends longer than that, then we need to go a little coarser on our grind. So we'll see how this one ends up. Coming up on our last pulse here at 2.5 minutes, we'll begin our pour up to 400 grams, which is going to be our final weight of brew water. Now we're just gonna let gravity do its thing. We're gonna let this water run through the coffee bed. And as soon as all of it's gone through and we can see it, this stream of brew water just start dripping, then we'll be done and ready to serve our drink. So we're right about 3 minutes right now. Looks like roughly our brew time is gonna be looking pretty good. All right, we finished up here about 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Depending on how it tastes, we might realize that we need to go a little finer with our grind, but it seems pretty good for the most part. And now we're ready to drink. So don't let the coronavirus scare stop you from drinking great coffee. Get online and order some retail bags from your favorite local shop or roaster. And keep your hands clean. We'll get through this. Cheers.